We've seen a lot of coming-of-age films, for lack of a better term, and some do it right, some aren't so great. What do you think separates this one from the pack? Speak in unison, please.
We almost could. On
One, two,
and one, two, one.
one.
Okay, great.
I think the diversity in the film is incredible. I think it so honestly depicts what it is like to be in high school in our generation. I feel like it really represents the generation that me and Beanie are growing up in right now. It is a comedy about, two best friends, but I think it's also a love story at the same time. I think that's what sets it apart from a lot of your typical rated R comedies.
Totally.
Yeah, I think Olivia is like one of the smartest women I know, the warmest woman I know, and the coolest woman I know. And I think that unique combination is why Booksmart is, I think, resonating with the people that have been able to see it, because it's like, she's so cool, she's so warm, and she's so smart. And that is what the film is. And I feel like not every comedy is that warm, but not every warm film is that cool. Like,
Sure.
I think she really combined those things in a really unique, special way.
You're talking, of course, of Olivia Wilde making her directing debut,
Yes.
feature directing debut. And you mentioned kind of representing like teenagers today and sort of the story of these times. Were you kind of de facto like on-set consultants? Like, Olivia is more of my generation, so like I'm not as well versed. Were you guys sort of like checking things and sort of had to be?
She knows.
She's
up
cool.
on it.
She's with it. She's really with it. Her music taste is so insane.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes Booksmart so cool, is because of
the soundtrack.
the soundtrack is
Amazing.
insane. But I think Katie is so talented, or the writer, she's so talented and with it that we really didn't have to do anything. We sort of just like memorized our lines and showed up and rehearsed, and I think it's so spot on.
A film like this lives or dies on your relationship in the film, whether it works or not. It works. So, spoiler, it works. But, we hear a lot about chemistry and, like, getting to know each other and then chemistry tests and that kind of thing. And sometimes I don't know if too much is made of that or not. But, like, how did you guys kind of establish something? And, like, is there a way to kind of make that happen? Is it about spending time with each other or what?
Well, I think there was the moment we met, I think it was like, oh, yes. Like, it was such an instinctual thing. But then also we lived together throughout the entire prep and filming of it. We shared an apartment.
We weren't really doing any, big activities like going to like Disneyland or something. We were just like spending the day with each other, and we got to know each other really well.
Kaitlyn loves That 70s Show.
I started watching Gilmore Girls because of Beanie.
Okay.
But
Kaitlyn's taste
Casey
in
Musgraves
music.
was our album that we listened to in the car on the way to rehearsals, in our prep. It was a big album for us.
I
on
hear
that
Space
movie.
Cowboy and I feel like Kaitlyn's next to me.
I feel like she's just there.
She's right there.
Another thing that people are going to respond to and already are responding to in this film is that, for instance, your character happens to be gay, but it's not like exclamation points around it. Like, it's not a
Right.
plot point about that. Did that strike you as something that was new and refreshing when you read the script, when you talked to Olivia about it?
I wanted to play Amy because she was genuinely so funny and smart, and she seemed like my real friends.
Yeah.
And I think that was, along with other things that attracted me to Booksmart, but the fluidity of the sexuality in Booksmart in general, I feel like it really does represent the generation that I am in, and no one's really put into a box. And I think that it's great that the movie asks the audience to maybe judge people a little less before, just seeing someone and thinking there's something that they're not.